Welcome back everybody to MCOC AlBundyRules. You may or may not be noticing a different looking account over here on the top than what you normally see, and this is based on a lot of recent requests. I've been having a lot of I haven't really been showing my mini account too much lately in many months, mainly because I don't play it too much anymore. I've been doing very little content on it, but I have continuously been in an active alliance doing AQ and AW, which has continued to grow my account to the point I had so many overflowing resources, never enough ISO or gold. I've recently again started using it a little bit, trying to at least be able to use all those rank up materials I have popping in through at an expedited rate and haven't been able to really use. So per a lot of requests, I'm going to do a little account tour. I haven't shown this account in I think a good 6-7 months, maybe longer, and it's been much longer than that since any kind of account tour for this mini. So I am showing my account tour of my mini account. 100% free to play, zero money spent, and almost no items used on this account. One thing you will notice is my masteries are trash on this account. That's because, as some of you may remember, I've said many times in the past, I don't use units on this account. I get my units and I save them to gift my main account during main, and I gift myself, I think it was 60 greater gifting crystals last year during the December time based on that, and gifted myself a bunch of other things as well. So this account is just really for farming units for the most part, but we will still see it's made some pretty good progress and it looks fairly respectable for an account completely free to play. Not too much content done on it by me these days for many months, and don't even use units on it for anything, for content, for masteries, none of that. I think I've used a total of maybe 20 units ever on this account just for some very basic unlocks of a few mastery items. I don't even buy cores with it or anything. Have got a couple of them from the classic variants and different rewards. But looking at my profile now for Bud Bundy, let's take a look at my profile. We will see I have some pretty good luck on this account. Alright, so I'm going to give you a more in-depth look at my champs in a moment, but we will see my total heroes over there. Not too bad for a mini account. We'll see some of my mains will have got a couple 6 stars R2, got a couple R5. 5 stars as well. Going to see more of those. Like I said, I've been staying active in AQ and AW, so I've used that stuff for glory, for the T5B, T2A, that kind of stuff. So I've easily ranked up champs, but I've had a hard time leveling them up because I haven't been doing enough content for ISO. So we're going to say I have a lot of champs not leveled up. So we will see on some of my titles right here. Just been Cavalier on this account for quite a while now. Got up to that rather quickly uncollected, and we'll see not too many titles, a decent amount. Keeping in mind I've been playing this account maybe a year and a half now, maybe less than that. I'm going to say about a year and 4 months I've actually been started playing this account. Although this account's older, I had it for about a year or two before, by accident, before I ever used it. But we'll see those titles there. And let's see some stats as we work our way down. Again, just pretty mellow once again. And we will see this is a level 52. And again, why my champs are so high for such a low level is I don't do much content. Haven't been doing almost any story mode other than some basic completions. So I haven't been getting the XP. But I've been getting the rank ups from AQ. So as long as you do AQ specifically or AW, you get the rank ups without really doing the level up. So easy way to rank up without leveling up. Anyway, so we see that. Let's take a quick look. I know some people are curious about where I stand on content with this account. I started doing some monthly EQ again recently, mainly because of the fact I need ISO and gold. I just don't have any. For my rank ups, so we will see I did go through at least completion of the Cavalier EQ just for the chapter completions. I know there isn't an overall completion rewards, but there are chapter completions, so I went for that. And been working on uncollected. I'm going to try to 100% it, but we will see on how that goes based on how much I actually use this. Again, trying to get into a little more. As far as story content, I haven't done much story content in a while. I was going well for a bit, but kind of stopped. We'll see It's been mostly just completion runs, Act 1, Act 2, Act 3. I haven't fully explored any of that. Act 5, completion only. Act 6 has been just completion. And I made it as far as 6-2. I keep telling myself I'm going to keep pushing. Eventually, I probably will, but at some point in time. So as of right now, I'm on 6-2-3. And at some point, I'll keep pushing on through that, at least for completion. I'll never fully explore any of this stuff. And that's where I stand on contents for my mini. Well, we will see on my champs. I know champs is always something people are always interested in. I like to kind of do it. Let's break it down simply. So we will see on 6 stars. I have no 6-star science. I have one 6-star Aegon. I actually brought him to R2 undupe. He was one of my first 6 stars, and I had T5B expiring and nobody to use it on. This was probably a year ago, so I just figured that maybe someday I'll dupe him, hopefully, but better than having my T5B expire, so I use it on him because I had no better 5 stars or 6 stars at that stage, so I got him there in case I ever dupe him or sig him. As far as on my 6-star mutants, I got Sinister and Rogue. I have no ISO 8 almost ever on this account, so they're not leveled up yet. Eventually, I want to level up, especially Rogue, but she's not. I just don't have the ISO 8. Or trying to manage it, and usually low on gold as well. On my Cosmics, we will see some pretty nice look. Gamora was my first ever 6-star on this account. I've also got Corvus, who I got as an R2 6-star, and Captain Marvel Movie, who I got as an R2 6-star as well. Again, T5B and T2A is never an issue for me on this account based on glory I get. I have Iron Man Infinity War on the Tech 6-star. Again, not leveled up yet because I haven't had the ISO or gold. Been prioritizing on it heavily. And then on my Mystics, as far as my 6 stars, I have my Black Widow Claire right there. Also got her as R2. You notice my ratings are very low on them. Again, as I don't use any units on my Masteries. So my Masteries are extremely basic, and I'll show those in a moment. But so for my 6 stars as a whole, for a level 52, I got 8 of them. They're all fairly respectable. I mean, any of them can be usable in some form or the other. Several of them are very good. So I've had some great 6-star luck. There's no doubt about that. But as we see, I've been having trouble leveling some of them up. Let's take a look at my 5 stars. So you have a decent amount of R5s also. But let's start off with my 5-star Science. We'll see, again, most of these are not leveled up yet, based on the fact trying to. But a Wasp, Invisible Woman I got there. She-Hulk I pulled not too long ago, been working on leveling her up. Red Guardian as well, someone I've been working on leveling up. And I do have some Awakening Gems I could use on them too. Might use one on Red Guardian at some point. A Yellow Jacket who's become pretty good after the buff, especially for reverse healing type of stuff. And then there is also Miles there, dupe, who hopefully has a good buff coming up from what I'm hopefully hearing. Over here on my 5-star skills, we got Gwenpool there. Got Massacre. Most of them are not duped, other than my Hawkeye is a dupe. And Mole Man is someone I'll be working on leveling up as soon as I get ISO, and then ranking up as well. He's a priority of mine on my skill. And working on down there, have not had a whole lot of dupes here as we see. Onto the Mutant. I've been working on my Havoc. Got him as R4 right now. Same with Wolverine X23, ones I've been enjoying. And might work on Gambit eventually. If I ever pull an Apocalypse, I might work on Cable as well. Onto my Cosmics. Got pretty decent Cosmic luck here. In addition to my R2 6-star Corvus, I also have an R5 Corvus here with a 40 sig, as we see. Got an R5 Hyperion right there, so got some good. We got to do some content fairly easy with that. And I got a few other ones. Angela with a great buff, but I'd really prefer to have her awoke with some sig would be nice. And see some other ones. Nothing too overly exciting else past them. I got Hulkbuster, somebody I've been working on recently. I've been trying to beat ISO. I ranked him up not too long ago. I brought him up to R5. He is R5, but he is 37 out of 65, so he's my newest R5 on this account. I did use an Awakening Gem on him, as I have a lot of Awakening Gems on this account as well. Figured I'd use that on him, and as I don't have a whole lot of other people to use it on, and I was holding on to that Awakening Gem for probably a good year and a half. So I may as well use it. Also, Punisher 99, someone had a decent buff lately. Star Lord, almost use Awakening Gem on him, but I just don't really use him anymore. Civil Warrior got their nice buff, and Mysterio. So some of those. And now on to the Mystics. I got Dr. Voodoo, R5, got him as he was my first R5 on my main account too. He was one of my first R5s on this account, Mini, as well. Love Dr. Voodoo. Extremely underappreciated, considering he still holds up in today's game. Dr. Doom is another one I'm heavily working on. I just pulled him. He was one of my most recent 5-star pulls, and I've been trying to rank him up. Again, the leveling up. Ranking up is not an issue. It's the leveling up that's the issue for me most of the time. But I just brought him up to rank 4. Just need to get him leveled up in the near future as I get gold and ISO. It's always one of them I'm out of, or usually both. I got Sasquatch, as many of you know. I got Sasquatch as a 6-star R3 on my main. I love Sasquatch there, so I plan on ranking him up. Sorcerer Supreme, someone I like. Longshot is someone I do not have on my main, so I haven't had a chance to use them because I haven't ranked them up yet, but that is someone I got my eyes on in the future. So those are my main 5 and 6 stars as we see through there. One thing I did want to show you too, I mentioned how horrible my masteries are. This is a good example of what not to do on your masteries. But as we see, I don't put units into my masteries. For some of these other ones, I use loyalty. I have a ton of loyalty. As we see right now, my loyalty is over 1 million. So I don't have anything to really use it on because I don't go past map 5 on this account for AQ. I don't do hardcore war at all, very mellow war, so I don't need boosts. I have nothing to really use it on, so I have used it on some of these items to unlock some of these, such as the level 1 Pierce skill, mutant, just because I have nowhere else to use my my mastery points because they're all cost. So I've done like some of these cost like 1 unit to unlock here and there, and that's where I would have used a few of the units. Like I said, my total unit cost of my masteries has been under 20 units if I remember correctly. And again, I've never used any units on any cores. Got them from classic variants. Here on defense, we'll see. I got silly ones like that. I just got nothing else to use it on without spending units. Sir Greater Vitality, I have pretty the worst mastery setup you're ever going to see. And we'll see, I got Collar Tech. Again, I put my mastery points into masteries that don't cost units or don't cost the cores, stony cores, things like that. And then over here in proficiencies, we will see I got 4 of 5 on Mystic Dispersion. Maybe someday I'll do the 5 just for fun. I could easily unlock number 5 with all my loyalty. But all these I use 100% loyalty, no units on any of those with all my extra loyalty. And then we'll see a few items here. Again, maybe a couple units to open up the next level in a few of them, but other than that, not using that. And again, to show where I got any cores from, I'm going to go back to the content. And a good way to get easy cores, if you go to back issues, we will see the only ones I have completed are going to be classic, because these classics give you these. So for the ones that require a Stony Mastery core, I've got my Stony Mastery cores from some of these variants right here, just in order to get them while keeping this account mostly item free, and of course 100% money free. Very important. So now let me show you. We'll see I have a lot of crystals. Like my main is mostly uses crystals I can't open, otherwise they're going to expire. For the most part, a few I just haven't bothered with lately. So scrolling through here, eventually I'll open some of these. Got a lot of the map 5 ones there. So we'll see, nothing too fancy, tier 4 stuff. And we saw through there. We see on the Crystals, nothing too exciting. I haven't opened just a bunch of premiums I'll get to. Next time, once I get a little more gold, I'm going to try to do a nice level up batch on the next level up event. I got a little bit of gold, but keep in mind I'm mainly focusing on R5s right now, so those suck up gold really, really quick. And of course on specials I have over here. Nothing too exciting yet again. But let us go over and look onto inventory. See what we got over here. Start off with the catalyst. We'll see where I'm standing over here, full in a lot of stuff. I just did an R5 on my Hulkbuster recently, so I'm just a little bit away. Could finish up that T5B with glory if I wanted. I got enough glory, but once I finish leveling up my Dr. Doom, he will be my next R5. And we're going to see over here, we're going to see I'm not very close to any T5C yet. Again, I don't do enough content on this to have any of those. And this account isn't Throne Breaker, so I'm not able to get them through Glory either, unlike on my main. And then, so scrolling through here, we do see where I stand on some of these items and shard amounts. We will see my highest amount of T5 Mystic Catalyst will be my Mystic. I'm almost at a half. So Claire would be a good possibility. I might R3, but I don't run suicides on this account, so I don't know. If this was my main, I would R3 Claire in a heartbeat. With suicides without, I'm going to have to wait and see. Then again, who knows how much longer it's going to take me to get all those shards. So we'll see later down the road. And working our way down. And we'll see I'm flooded in T2A. Very flooded, as we see I got a bunch in overflow getting ready to expire. So I got the T2A here. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them getting ready to expire. I got the T4B as well. We see some more items getting ready to expire. And now as we wrap this up, looking at the items, we have some Awakening Gems, a 5-star Mutant, Skill, and Science. A few other items. Some boosts and stuff haven't been overly using. Some other things I don't even remember what half the stuff is anymore. I'm kind of slow on using my Sig Stone, so eventually start using some of them. I got a bunch of these 3 and 4 thingies and a bunch of other stuff I eventually use, but I try to ration my gold for my highest priority now. And thank you for watching the account tour.